Welcome to Kathy's Eclectic Garden. I'm Kathy and I garden in Zone 5B6A in Northwest Ohio, and it's a little gusty out here today. We've had winds gusting, and there go two squirrels running across my yard chasing each other. Anyway, we've had winds gusting over 20 miles an hour today, and we're going to try to get a video in. We want to talk about power drills. We'll be right back. Look what I found in my garden today. It's a Nyphophia, and it's the 7th of October, and I've never had these blooms this late in the season, so I'm really excited. One thing I do want to stress is that with this item, and as you would with any power tool, you want to make sure you read the instructions first before you start to use it. Even if you've used a power drill before, there might be some little quirk with the new one that you need to know about, so always make sure you read the instructions first. I want to start by saying that Dewalt is not partnering with me with this video. I am not receiving any compensation from them, and this is a continuation of my previous video that I just had up. I'll have a link to that in the description. But this is the Dewalt 996 hammer drill driver. I bought it through Power Planner. It came with augers, and I'm going to be using this to do a lot of the planting in my garden of the smaller plants and bulbs. This is a 20-volt hammer drill. It comes with a 5-volt or 5-amp battery, and that comes out. You press this little button here, and the battery slides right out. I'm not very strong, so takes me a little bit, and then you just slide it in until it clicks. It is an adjustable clutch, and we'll talk about that. It goes from 1 and it goes all the way up to 11, and then it has a drill and a hammer setting, and it also is variable speed. 3 is the fastest speed, 2 is medium, and 1 is the slowest speed. And I will probably be using 1 because I will be mostly using this to drill holes, and I want it on the slowest speed. Here is an example of drills that you can use in this power drill. This is a standard drill that you can use on any power drill. This is a titanium drill, which is also a standard drill. Now, the difference between the titanium and just the regular drill is that this one has a titanium coating, which makes it stay sharp longer and it lasts longer, so it's a more versatile drill. This is a hammer drill. It has a different type of connection on the end. Now, according to the Dewalt website, this hammer drill that I've bought will take either a standard drill bit or a hammer drill bit. But I did, in talking with a salesman at a local hardware store, he said if you use regular drill bits with a hammer drill, that it will wear them out faster than if you get the hammer drill bits. So that's why I bought a set of hammer drill bits. Now, this drill has an adjustable clutch, and I wanted to explain to you how these numbers work. When you have this set all the way down on 1, if you get the least little bit of resistance, the clutch is going to shut this drill off so that it doesn't spin. And what that does, it saves your wrist, because if you're drilling along with this and you hit something that it doesn't want to drill through, it's going to whip your wrist around and you can hurt yourself. So, like, I'm going to be using this to auger dirt, to drill holes for my plants. And so I will start at 1, and if it stops right away, then I wouldn't be able to drill a very deep hole. So I've done some experimenting, and with my yard and the type of dirt that I have, the best setting for me, and you would have to do this on your own, on your situation, is 5 to 7, because the higher you go, the further you can drill. You can meet more resistance before the chuck stops the drill. So if I were to run this all the way up to 11, I would be able to probably drill forever. But if I was to hit a stone or a piece of concrete or something that I didn't know was in the ground, it could whip this thing around and really do some damage, break a wrist, break an arm. So that's what this adjustable clutch is all about. Now another nice feature with this drill is this handle. And this goes right around this collar here. And it's kind of tight to get on the first time. You can put that on and you can have it like this. This tightens down. I'm not going to tighten it down yet too much because I want to show you something. Tighten it a little bit. Okay, so if I'm drilling, you could have it like this and steady it this way. You can also put it up like this, which is how I will probably use it, because then you've got leverage on both sides, on the left side and on the right side. And you can drill like this. Or if you're left-handed or want to have it to the other side, you can put it all the way over to the other side. So that's a real nice feature that I like about this drill. And I took my battery out because you don't want to have your battery on when you're trying to put a drill bit in, because when the battery's in, all you have to do is barely hit this button, this start button, and it'll start spinning. And you could really hurt yourself with one of these augers. So what you want to do is take this and slip it in until it goes all the way in. And you don't need a key for this chuck. You can just turn it. You turn it until it clicks. And when it quits clicking, you're done. Now you might see some videos on YouTube that say when you get done to turn it back one click, but the instructions for this particular drill say you don't need to turn it back to lock it. Once you've got it turned as tight as it'll turn, it's locked. And that's how you put the chuck in. Then you can go back and put your battery back in. And I'll show you how. See, I just barely touched that trigger and that auger spins. Now one last thing I want to show you. This does have a light. It's right here. And when you press the trigger, that light comes on. And it's got 3 settings. It's got low, medium, and bright. And after it doesn't have an off switch, but it will go off in a few seconds after you stop using the drill. I won't need that outdoors, but it'll be nice if you're working indoors and it's not real bright, you don't have a lot of light. That will light up your work area so you can see where you're drilling. One last thing I do want to mention is safety equipment. You definitely want to wear safety glasses when you're using this drill. And if you're using it to auger out in a garden to auger, it would probably be a good idea to wear a good sturdy pair of shoes, a pair of work boots. I wouldn't go out in my tennis shoes or sandals and wearing those types of shoes around an auger. And gloves even come in handy sometimes, so you might want to keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. We're glad you joined us today, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.